Hello, I am Billy at the_spawn_man on Twitter, repping for the Army of Snarkness, at Army of Snarkness on Twitter, like the Facebook page for Army of Snarkness, and all that good shit on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, and the other one. Oh! No? iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, and there is no other one. I guess YouTube? Fuck it. This is Night Drive! Oh! Tuesday! March 26th, just for, record. Because I'm talking about something topical tonight, bitch! Talking about real things, man. Things that mean something. But not with that tone of voice. So the Supreme Court was peeping out the constitutionality of both Proposition 8 in California and DOMAgeddon, the Defense of Marriage Act from circa 1996 or 94. I'm fuzzy on the whole good-bad thing. And we won't really find out the results until June. Because that's how it should be, right? That makes no fucking sense! But okay, sure. Maybe they leak before. I think they did that with the Obamacare verdict, but don't quote me. Regardless, it'll all be out in the open well after it's been decided. Again, about June. Because vacations and other fucking nonsense like that have to get in the way. Now, states' rights got states' rights to, discriminate against whoever or whatever they want. Sure, sorta, kinda, except for that whole union thing gets in the fucking way, in my opinion. But it's an entertainment blog show, so I'm gonna keep it light and floofy, but no, fuck that. It's like, look, man, alright, the nuts and bolts of it is just, should gay folk have the right to marry? And all the rights that come with said, union, legally speaking. This has nothing to do with, religion. Why? Because, it doesn't matter. There's no religion, blank on the marriage certificate. No matter where you are. Not that I know of. There's one for where you got employed at that time, because my wife and I, it says Target, and that's embarrassing. But it's the law. And I love the law! This has nothing to do with whatever ceremony you have. It's about the legal recognition of your marriage and the rights that go to said, married folk. Alright? That's it. Everything else is a non-issue. It doesn't have anything to do with your fucking culture. It doesn't have anything to do with that. We're talking about a legally binding contract in the eyes of the federal government and the state. Shove it up your ass, motherfucker. Doesn't matter what religion you are. If you have a problem, get over it. You know what? That has nothing to do with the contract. If it violates your religion, you don't have to marry them. It's clearly not their religion. So, up your butt. Up your butt. Quite literally in some cases. Because again, I feel that if a gay, lesbian, transgender couple get together, an LGBT couple are together, and they really mean it, then when one of the spouses passes away, all that shit that goes over should go to, the bereaved family member. Fuck, I know people that aren't even related or married that are better family than, real people that are, let alone the whole divorce thing or all that stuff. This whole sanctity of marriage argument, at least in the eyes of the good Christians, like, fuck it, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It doesn't have anything to do with your Christianity. Your Christianity has very little to do, if nothing, to do with, legality. Motherfucker. I'm sorry, there's not like, murder's illegal because of the Ten Commandments. Murder's illegal because it's a universally renowned thing as being a dick move. Hence, illegal. Same thing with stealing and all that. Like, yeah, sure, Old Testament, but Old Testament was a survival guide for the desert. Old. All this shit's been rewritten, if you want to go by the Christian Bible, take your pick, because there's several. 1,000. Aha! Let alone any other holy book. Would this much stink be raised if it was someone declaring it was against Islam, or Taoism, or Buddhism, or what have you? Anything other than Christianity, would there be much of a stink? I don't know. Maybe they'd just be told to be quiet, America. Because that tends to be, the default point for a lot of people in America, where I'm, podcasting from. I love its culture, but I hate its culture. It's an enigma wrapped in a riddle. It's a fucking ridiculous place to be. I mean, for every awesome dude, there's like 10 shitty ones. And I'm sure that's everywhere. But the thing is that we're so large, and the popular culture is so magoo, and great. I mean, I love our popular culture. We fucking podcast about it all the time. I'd like to be there. It's like be a speck on the shit splatter that is the popular culture of America. That's what we'd like to be. It's just a little speck. But they're, the rotten eggs have and in the age of the internet, rotten eggs, much like me, have a lot of voice, and it carries, and it influences the wrong kind of people sometimes. The shit's fucked up all around. But I don't see this argument of, the sanctity of marriage is going to just get pissed right the fuck away because gay folk are allowed to be married. I don't get it. Homosexual marriages are happening. Suddenly, my dick falls off and turns into a spider, and cheat on my wife with a gold bar because that's the end of this future. I sell the house for Montana bear bonds because one day. It's nonsense. It's silly. And there's so many other things that we just let it slide around here in America. We just let it, go by based off of ridiculous fear-based memes. Like, it's insanity. If you really take a step back and look at, like, the rationale behind a lot of beliefs around here. This place is a madhouse! A madhouse! Which is part of our charm, I guess, but, like, there are some dumb motherfuckers. There are some people, middle-aged folk that think on the grounds of middle schoolers. No shit. Like, I just can't. I'll talk with these people, and they'll throw out a quote-unquote fact that is just, holy... What? You're fucking kidding, right? It's like a middle-aged man completely head-to-toe dressed in John Cena gear. I'm not questioning his, intelligence because he decided to... Maybe he really likes John Cena. I think it's the why that bothers me. A character that is more or less, in a lot of people's eyes, force-fed. And the default option for WWE, I know a lot of those people, When it comes to a grown man talking to another grown man about wrestling, sports entertainment, what have you, and the kayfabe storyline answers come out of the older dude's mouth, that's dissettling, man. That's disheartening. It's sad. It's like, well, Undertaker's pretty great, Triple H and stuff, come on. But Hulk Hogan, it's like, yeah, but come on, man. I'm talking about, like, in a spectrum of here is reality with these characters. It's nonsense. It's nonsense! Just let people get married, be miserable like the rest of us. Oh, fuck you! God damn, that joke sucks. Tired of it. The sooner we wrap this DOMA thing up, the sooner we wrap up all this, civil rights nonsense that's going down, and this anti-rights message that people want to claim because they're offended by gay marriage, that you should be too. Legally speaking, which is the real where the train goes off the tracks for me, above all other things. We're just talking about a contract. Name me another legally binding contract that's affected by any religion that is, funded by the federal government and state government. I'd like to know? Not really, because you just troll me. But troll away, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I'll kill you with my mind. Beats! You threaten me. Not really. We're all talking about, figuratively. Manners of speaking, keeping it snappy and fun. It's fun for me. I'm having a great time. Irregardless. Sanctity of marriage. Whatever. Sanctus my butt. Up your butt. I keep saying that. Twunt. Ooh, Mary. That just honked me off. But the flip side of that, because as I've said before, the culture's getting there. For every Justin Bieber thing, or every Kardashian, Lohan, Us magazine just in general, OK magazine in general, for all of that, pop garbage that is in this world, there is, a lot of cool people out there. I know my timeline on Facebook was full of, the pink equal sign, and a lot of people saying nay to the theory of DOMA or Prop 8. And that's, learning that I hang out with a lot of cool people. Of course, I only have 187 no-shit friends on Facebook, and about 2%, went on about a Tea Party Jesus rant, and But who fucking cares about them? It's like, they're swell. It's just when they fucking troll my news, my timeline with fucking trash like that, they have this wonderful button called hide, which I'm sure most of my stories gets filed under, but I don't fucking care. Sidebar, I think I need new friends. But these are all people I've actually met or in some capacity know. So it's really cool that most of the people, on my Facebook, we be cool. And they be cool. So, that's cool. Wish they'd like the Facebook page for this here podcast. But hey, well, one bite at a time. Speaking of the Army of Snarkness show, not Night Tribe, show. The Army of Darkness Snarkness show, So, Daddy's got a microphone or a few. Gonna have to post a picture on the Facebook page and be like, dum dum dum. But yes, our sound, we toyed around with it. The wife and I toyed around with the new mic setup, and it sounds very nice. As nice as, this shit sounds on the delightful Spreaker.com app, and it is delightful. As nice as that is, this is just a little more crystalline, just a little more tasty. Reduces the background noise, brings in the voice. Good stuff. So, here's to improvement, I promised, and we shall see when that, is delivered. I still gotta work out some software kinks with the new hardware, but the fact is, new mics, soundboard, the whole nine, it's looking pretty tasty, although I might have to get yet another soundboard soon, but we'll see how this plays out first. I got a theory. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But hey, man, theater background. That's like being a Marine. We don't plan, we improvise, because we're forced into it. Most Wanted. Marlon Wayans. Keenan Ivory. There was a Wayans, and he was on the run, and a Marine. No, it's not Marlon. Keenan Ivory. Definitely Keenan Ivory. It's been fun. I was going to talk about Tracy Lords, but it looks like our time is almost up. Last chance for pie. Tracy Lords pie. I guess we'll have to talk about that on Thursday. Maybe not. Maybe a little HRW. Maybe a little Backyard Chronicles in your eyeballs. Me ranting about, it's okay to be decay. And it is okay to be decay. Love one another like you'd love yourselves. Because I love myself vigorously. And with lots of gusto. Spunk? Ha 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 ha! Graphic. Go to sleep with that vision, or wash that vision down with your post-toasties, motherfucker. Semen. I didn't get to talk about porn. I'm really bummed on this episode. But having a stroke in the car. That's all there is. There is no more, at least for tonight. That is Night Drive. Hope you enjoyed. I am Billy at _Swan_man on Twitter. Like Army of Snarkness at Army of Snarkness also on Twitter, and like the Facebook page. Won't you? Won't you kindly download all our good shit? And you already knew that. Heads up for new comics tomorrow. Peace!